Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of 10-Minute Game Misconduct. Tonight we have Marshall McPherson here, who's willing to answer a few questions about the recent happenings in the Northwest Junior League. So, Marshall, first question, I'm sure is on everybody's minds in the Firebirds locker room tonight, is what it's about Jack Crasher? What's going on? Well, Jack seemed to be having some personal problems in the SHL and stressing him out. Ain't really at liberty to discuss his personal matters, but I can say that I wish him all the best, and the guy needs time off, so not much more to say on the matter. I wish him well and hope for him to return. I really enjoyed playing for him. He put his trust in me and traded away Fichetti and had me as the number one goalie. I guess he wanted to make the finals again this year, and to put that amount of trust in one person to take you there means a lot. All right, Russell. So, how do you feel about the team in general? Well, let's see. In the last 10, we're 2 wins, 8 losses, and 0 overtime. How do you think I feel, bud? Let's see. Stressed, angry, upset. Although I'm just naming off emotions that I'm sure everybody in the locker room is feeling right now. We need a couple wins. We need to string a couple wins together. Every player on that ice is playing their hardest out, and nothing's coming of it. Oh, so it was a hard loss to the Whalers tonight, huh? Oh my God, yes. I gave up that 4th goal. I knew that was going to be the nail in the coffin, and the guys, they did their best to come back for me. They peppered Sawyer with shot after shot after shot, and I don't know. The guy must have ate his Wheaties this morning because nothing was getting past him. So, Ursula, we've heard reports now that you and Ray Lindsay have come to blows about a few things. Now, that's sort of correct, and it's sort of not correct at the same time. Now, when Jack left, I knew there would be a little bit of discontent with myself, possibly some other people in the locker room, and since I have a bit of a short fuse, as evidenced by just about, well, every game I've played in, well, how do I put this? Me and him don't see eye to eye at the start. There's a bit of miscommunication. I took something out of context, overblowed it. You know, we make mistakes, and the good GM that he is, he was willing, to talk about it. He was willing to sort things out rather than have a player want to leave his team, and I respect him for that. And he gained a lot of respect in my books. He's only been here a couple of days, but, he fiddled around with the lines a bit, and tonight, I guess, just wasn't our night. It's a game we should have won. It's a game I blame myself for. But there's not much you can really do. The game's passed, and all you can do is just look forward to the next one. There's nothing really you can do if a player's playing on top of his game, and Sawyer's he's a game-stealing goalie, as evidenced by what he did tonight. 53 shots on net, 53 shots. What did we get on him? 3 goals. I'm not going to blame myself fully. I did the best I could. 44 shots. We need to tighten up defensively a bit. Still pound them with the offense, but tighten up defensively. I'm not going to blame any of the defensemen. They did a good job tonight. They didn't let them get too many good shots on net. So really can't blame them too much for that. It just wasn't our night, I guess. Well, we'll see what happens next game, but we need to start stringing some wins together, or else we're gonna drop down in the rankings pretty fast. All right, Marshall, how do you feel about being in second place? Well, since we relinquished the first place to the Brandon Blazers, life's been hell. Loss after loss after loss, and the gain that we had on the other teams, well, that's kind of disappeared. We're now in the middle of the pack. It's mostly Blazers in first. The Lions are pulling up the rear. They're having trouble as well. And then the other four teams, including us, are middle of the pack, just basically fighting over second, third, fourth, and fifth. It's really not much difference between us right now.
All right, Marshall, how do you feel about your buddy Chuck Weird signing with the Lethbridge Lions?
Well, I talked to Jack, and he did everything possible at the time, but he just couldn't find a way to include Chuck in our system, and I was a bit disappointed at first. I was looking forward to playing with the guy. He's a monster. This guy you look over your shoulder for, 6'10", yeah. He hits you, you're gonna know it. And well, I wish him the best on the Lions. Just so he knows, I'm not gonna let him have any easy goals there when we play him. So, best of luck there, bud.
Well, how do you feel about Brody Witzel?
How's the captain doing in the locker room? Oh, Witzy's Witzy, and he's trying his best to keep morale up, but the guy's he's disappointed in himself. He's scored now a couple games, and it gets to you after a while, and you don't know what to do. Your team keeps losing, you're in a funk, and it's depressing, demoralizing, and the leader that Witzy is, he knows better than to let it get down. He's trying to keep us, believing that we can win anytime we step on the ice, and that's what a leader is, and that's what he tries to do. You can't really do much more than that. He's not playing for every one of us. He's playing for himself, and we're playing for ourselves together as a team. So all we can do is try our best, and hopefully we can pull off a win next game.
Well, how do you feel about Seth Flott? Apparently, the Firebirds locker room has quieted down since he left.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the guy. The guy was a chatterbox, good for a laugh. He made the room lively, and Jack trading him. At first, I was a bit skeptical on it because the guy, you gotta take a look at intangibles. The guy's, he brought life to the locker room, fun. Would love to have him here right now. You sure as hell could use a laugh in that locker room. It's just, depressing. You sit there, you put on your gear, and you go. You don't really say much these days. And he seems to be doing good on the Whalers, and I wish him best of luck.
So there's a bit of report that after some games you're getting a bit tired with all the starts.
Well, I don't know who's been saying that, but, I've been fine. I've been getting my 8 hours of sleep. I've been eating my Cheerios, everything like that.
So how do you feel about your training? What's in store for the off-season?
Well, I'm definitely going to be looking at my reaction timing, hand speed, and definitely style control. I've tried to replicate Hasek, and it's not working out so well. The guy was brilliant, but to get into that mindset, you need to kind of get yourself into a butterfly hybrid style, and as much as I hate the word flopper, I'll use it. You got to make yourself unpredictable. You can't always do the same setup for every shot you get. They're going to know what to expect, and that one-timer that might beat you, that could be the goal that costs you the game, and you're sliding across net at the same time, the same way you did last time. They're going to know where to shoot.
So, Marshall,
what about playoff needs? What do you think you're going to need? Well, I tried to convince Jack that we need a Chuck. What we need is a big, hard-hitting defenseman, and Selchuk, Brasado, and Ashton, Alden, they're good. But we need harder hitters. We need people to rough up the other team, grind them, knock them off the puck. And Chuck Weird, 6'10", 250 pounds. The guy is going to nail you, and you're going to go to the ice. And then he takes a puck from you, and leads the attack the other way. And we don't really have
anything of that sort on their team right now. So I'm not sure how Ray's going to go about it, but hopefully he has a few tricks up his sleeve. Well, the Firebirds have made the playoffs the last 2 years, have made the finals the last 2 years. Do you see that happening again? Well, I don't see any reason why not. We pick ourselves up and make the playoffs. Anything can happen. All right, Marshall, that's about all the time we have. So you're due back on the ice now at any minute. All right, thanks, buddy. You have a good one.